I remember.
Here.
This has been my stat for years.
I'm sorry for ruining your thing for you, buddy.
Vici
Accuracy above all
Gaming's
else.
turn to bat.
Axe.
Anyways, Axe picked up next. It's one of the stronger offliners we've seen as well, but actually saw him come up a little short in 2 games ago, where his Blink Dagger got revealed, or he was going to reveal his Blink Dagger, ended up getting caught out by the Ember Spirit right away, completely turned around a team fight that would have been in Axe's
10
team's favor, in my
seconds
opinion.
remaining.
That was an interesting turnaround there.
5 seconds remaining.
I think he's one of the stronger heroes for this match, though. Faces Forward and Ogre Magi both are going to struggle a little bit against him in lane, and again, you want somebody a little bit more powerful who has a nuke and lockdown to be able to finish off the Axe. If he gets too
Radiant
aggressive,
team back.
dives a creep wave too hard. Rubik, not the strongest leaner, either with his stun or his nuke, to be able to stave Axe off that way. So, picking up here is pretty smart by Invictus Gaming.
God, I just think about that Axe. What could have been, you know, had he not had his
Yeah.
blink
10
revealed
seconds remaining.
in a spot where he didn't want it to.
5 seconds.
You just gotta
remaining.
feel bad.
Yeah. Like, that can, in Dota, everything's a butterfly effect. It could be a completely different game if that goes a little bit different right there. Maybe Axe snowballs out of control, runs away with the game. Kunkka banned out last by Vici Gaming. Guess they're afraid of, I guess, an even bulkier lineup by Invictus.
Man, with how
I'm not sure how it-
strong Kunkka is, like, it's not a surprise.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I'd feel about that pick coming out from Invictus. I mean, if you're on Invictus, you have to wonder if they're banning it at the Kunkka, they probably want to pick a mid. This last pick, it's not as good against it. They do need a little bit more damage on their side as well, so could see something like I'm not exactly sure who the hero that closes this out is going to
Vici
be.
Gaming's
I mean,
turn
OD is
to
available
bat.
for both sides. Could we see it on either team? Like, could this be an OD for Vici right here?
If you're picking an OD here, that does give you the damage that you want with the draft that you currently have, but I'm not sure if you'd want to ban out a Kunkka if you plan on picking up an OD here.
Because you had played so well against the Kunkka
10
previously.
seconds remaining.
Just the
5
fact that
seconds remaining.
you can abuse that Astral Spirit and you have fairly high base armor, you're a fairly decent matchup against the Kunkka is.
Yeah. And we
What I
saw
was
it.
thinking.
We saw them play well against it last time.
That is true, that as well.
Well, that's why I brought that up. I thought you were going to talk about that a bit.
I'm starting to lose it, and so I wasn't sure if you were being sarcastic. with
No,
me.
no, no, I'm serious. I'm serious. No.
That as well, then, yeah.
No, it was Ori on the OD earlier tonight.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember that one. Okay.
First game of the day.
It's true, it's been a while since that game, though.
It's been 6 hours. Crazily
while.
enough.
In my time.
But we could see OD. They need a mid as well, so I do wonder what are your big options? Like, could they? You don't want to go TA here, right? They've got, you can get pulled out.
Choose your hero.
I feel like
Okay.
alright, sure.
I mean,
We both
We
made that
don't got-
noise pretty immediately.
maybe they know something we don't.
Ball lightning doesn't affect sniper. It's six. It's the what are we on? H. It's the J patch.
H.
HI. Sorry, it's the I patch. But
The only save that they have is Stampede. I'm not sure this is the play.
Although
have
you're
the
going to have
ball lightning.
Bloodlust, I feel like they expect to be ahead.
I will say this. The Rubik Lift is one of the better disables for catching out Storm initially, just because of the very short cast animation and the fact that there's no travel time of the disable. And Centaur and Ogre Magi can react to him after that. So if... I feel like I'm grasping at straws here, though. So maybe they know something I don't. Again, Sniper doesn't seem like the pick, and that's maybe why they hesitated so long with all their reserve time, but Axe can get on top of him and counter him out pretty hard as well. Because we'll just have to see it in action again. Maybe
Prepare for battle.
VC Gaming knows something that we don't.
Yeah, Vici, what are you going to do? What are you going to make us... what do you got for us, Ori?
I like
I'm
their
serious.
strat so far. 5 guys just barreling down the middle lane.
And you just don't stop at the towers. You let Yang get retaliate and just continue to take towers.
I like it.
Do it. You won't.
And that's 1.
Yeah, with the battle hunger, it kind of makes it a little
Suspect.
uneasy. Yeah.
It's a pretty strange movement, all of them heading down
30
mid lane
seconds
together.
to battle.
I feel like maybe some of this isn't actually happening. I'm starting to hallucinate.
Well, I also feel like you just have so much time between
Yeah.
walking out of the base and going towards... Oh, boy. First blood there for GGG.
You don't mess with
Oh,
don't
so
mess
you're
with these heroes
third.
earlier on.
The battle
You have no room for
begins.
outplay if you're disabled. That's what I always say when I pick Shadow Shop. Homing Mist was a little bit of a weird ability to get level 1, but it's not the end of the world that he's put his first point into this.
So 3 bounty runes for IG and First Blood. It's a good way to start it. Although, didn't we see First Blood and 4 bounty runes? And it was a 1,000 net worth lead for Sirius in that game against Vici?
Sirius won that game.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, that, like, it's been better, though. I'm saying
It's been better.
they got 1 bounty rune this time. It's not the exact same situation.
Yeah. So, taking advantage of his rocket barrage right away. And they've actually done a decent amount of harass this Centaur, though he does have 8 stacks of retaliate up. Not that much of an issue as long as they use his Fortune's End wisely when the Centaur chooses to go on them.
So the question becomes, do you hold the retaliate until right after Fortune's End is used?
Yeah.
But can you bait it out like
These-
that?
If they were watching these games earlier, I'd absolutely say that they should go for doing that. In fact, that's what they started to do in the lane in that game we were watching after the first time it happened.
Definitely would be hard to kind of line that up and put it together.
50 gold in the bank for killing that rocket. Let's talk about the mid lane matchup real quick, though. Storm Spirit getting harassed quite a bit, down regen already. It's going to be a little bit difficult for him to get close to the creep wave, especially as the sniper starts to level up. He does have the damage advantage, though, as well as the static remnant, so...
Telekinesis and ooh, GGG getting low. Fortune's End put at PYW. Things are all right though on both sides. Meanwhile, the Axe towards top, taking a lot of damage.
He's playing pretty aggressive, but it's one of the lanes that he's a little bit happier to be dealing with because there aren't any ranged heroes to harass him in it.
Oh, Shackle, Ogre. Trying to run, getting body blocked for a second. They've got the Battle Hunger. And, well, they don't have Call. They just have Counter Helix and the Battle Hunger. And when he hits that level 3, that could have potentially been a kill, but at least for the moment, Ogre survives.
Yes, a little bit careful, and I do think he has to be. The spin at level 1 is only 60 damage, so it's not like you're really bringing down a huge health pool hero like the Ogre Magi. Running that into... I believe one caster said that HP is a resource for the Ogre Magi. Just regen. Trent, I think that was.
Very smart individual on his Dota knowledge, not his hockey team choices. Just saying.
Leafs suck.
Yeah. Sorry, Trent. It's just the reality of the situation. Battle Hunger
Not
again
sorry.
now onto Void. And it just pushes him away. And this is a lot of harassment coming out. And some decent farm for the Axe. But look at Paparazzi. At the same time he's getting harassed like this, like he's keeping up in CS.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive what he's able to do. Although he has all out of regen. Thankfully, they do have the Crow flying up here. I think...
Dire's structures are
oh
fortified.
god. Sorry, I was reading the names. They looked the same to me at first. Just because of the sponsor and the team name.
The HO jeans. Comfortable pair of jeans that I hope to one day have. Kaka getting low. They need a bash here. They'll get one kill, but now the Battle Hunger is out on Paparazzi, and one spin will secure the death of this Void.
Absolutely worth it if you're on the IG. Say getting the Void out of lane for a little while and making sure that Axe gets early advantage. 100% worth the Shadow Shaman dying to the Void for that one. Especially considering the Void had just ferried out some regen to him, so he was in a pretty good place to spend some extra time in the lane.
Getting the kill on a Yang, and I didn't see it over bottom, but I wonder if they took the Retaliate stacks out now. He didn't activate it, actually. He still got 12. Because I was wondering if he had made that aggressive move, had tried to go in. But this is a bit of a similar situation to what happened to Vici in the previous game that they played, where Sirius won.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Alright, a question for you, changing the topic a little bit. Right now, do you let the sniper farm mid and do what he wants right now if you're the Storm Spirit? Yes, you have a lot of trouble securing the CS inside the lane. You're able to farm more on your own if you're the Storm Spirit, but do you leave the lane empty like this?
I mean, I think you can. I don't know how quickly Sniper is going to become an issue. I don't really think it's going to be that quickly, but at the same time, you do have an Ogre on your team, so you're getting the benefits of Bloodlust, where Sniper's effectiveness earlier on is going to be felt a bit more, and if you're in the wrong spot, that could be a problem. Oh, Fortune's End. Still not dispelling the Retaliate, because he has not activated it yet, but Yang needs to run, and a good hoof stomp on 2. Meanwhile, Sniper gets the kill on the emo. So yeah, you try to come over, you try to stop that from happening, and now all of a sudden PYW and DY are there to get in your face and kill you.
Radiant's middle tower
Yeah, pay
is
the
under
price with
attack.
it, and cheeky little bloodlust onto the catapult as well, trying to take this tower down as quickly as possible, establish a little bit of map control. I really like
Radiant's middle
what
tower has
VC Gaming did here, though, knowing that Storm Spirit just can't do anything against the sniper prior to hitting level 6, using that small little window of opportunity to take that tower there. The kill obviously was an added benefit, but that was more so just due to Storm
Oh,
Spirit being
now they're
constantly
coming
out of
around with
position.
double damage. Kaka is very dead. PYW gets a quick kill.
Nice rotation by them.
But that's the
Checked,
thing, now you've allowed this Sniper to get double damage, to have Bloodlust, get a kill mid, help get a kill top.
Well, to be
Sniper
fair,
is
I don't
not
think they
that move.
allowed him to get the double damage, but still.
Yeah, well, I mean, you allowed him to get the power rune. It would happen to be a double damage.
That is
Sniper is not one of those mobile heroes that you see going top all the time. He's not a quap. He's not a win runner. But now he's made a movement, and now he's gained the benefits of that movement. And you almost feel a little bit scared of the sniper all of a sudden.
Yeah, I mean, he identified right away that that mid tower is gone. I can either push myself too far forward while Storm is level 6, put myself at risk of dying. Speaking of Storm,
Emo
level
needs to
6
be
tower.
careful. Committing to this too hard will cause
He's
his
gonna
death.
survive! Oh, almost.
Yeah, that was...
Rubik had a stick with 4 charges. He might have already used it though. Might have been on cooldown. Probably on cooldown.
In the words of OD Pixel, questionable at best was that move made by Storm, because you're committing. You're low on mana. Yes, you have a bottle charge, but like at the end of the day, that's not getting you out from a sniper. And now you die. Meanwhile, over bottom, oh, Ali just obliterated DY on the run. He's fine. And Yang, with the help of DY, or DY with the help of Yang, gets a kill onto the Oracle.
Dire's middle tower
Good
is
but
under
one
attack.
top lane in the meantime. Chronosphere actually goes off onto the axe.
And they need to get this kill, and they will. Ori now on a killing spree. So you've allowed for movements that have caused Ori to shoot up the net worth chart.
Yeah, this isn't your average sniper gameplay. He's just traveling all over the map, getting kill after kill. I mean, he got really happy with the start that he got against Storm Spirit. He got a little bit more out of it in the form of that tower and the extra kill when Storm Spirit decided to rotate back in the lane a little bit early, and even more when Storm Spirit died for that kill on the Rubik. So he's just having the time of his life right now. He's going to continue to accelerate off of that. He's going to build a Mask of Madness next. But I think even if Storm Spirit zips onto the Sniper can just melee him down with the massive gold advantage he has over the Storm at the moment. He's hitting 1,200 net worth above him at 9 minutes. And Storm Spirit's supposed to be the farming, faster farming hero out of the two, at least to start with. But we haven't really touched that much on the bottom lane, so I want to talk about that one for a little while. So, it was, Gyrocopter was down there originally, but I think he realized that he can't really stand against the Centaur, especially once he gets that Stampede. And if other people start to realize they could rotate down there too, so Centaur's just been down here farming by himself, having the time of his life, and you can really pay the price if you let Centaur get away with too much farm.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, he's an early damage dealer and a tanky hero to try and kill. Battle Hunger out on Eurus, aka Paparazzi. He goes into the trees. How far are you willing to commit on this as DY comes in, but immediately into the two-man call. Call down with it, and they'll get the kill onto Paparazzi. They'll look for another one. There's the second dunk. Coming in like Michael Jordan, looking for a third. Ori gets a kill on... Oh, he's got 2 kills? This is going to turn into a third!
Wait, no, he's got the Battle Hunger on him!
Oh, PYW, if he had given that kill over, he would have been fine. Serpent Words around PYW into the trees.
Oh my god, that move! The movement out of Rubik! That was pretty sick movement out of the Rubik, although I still think it was a pretty pretty questionable move taking that kill away from the Sniper with the Battle Hunger on him. You could see the panic in Sniper as that was happening. Realizes that he is going to die and there's nothing that he can do about it.
Yeah, wishing he got that last hit on the kill.
Yeah. Pretty crazy fights. This is a completely different pace from some of the games that, or the last 2 games that we've watched. Felt pretty slow at the start.
You know, we've seen
bad
games
drive.
go 9-1 in like the first 25 minutes. And this is already at about 20 kills.
It's a refreshing change of pace, that's for sure. Games are feeling a little bit slow earlier tonight, but these teams have heated things up. Sniper sitting at the top lane there with chart by not by too much. Axe has gotten away with quite a bit. Continues to farm.
And Storm has made up the gap by 500 gold. Now 700 down instead of 1200 down.
I mean, this is really good. He's done multiple null talismans, which you're going to see when Storm is trying to catch up. He's almost got his Kai as well.
Stampede, Gyro in trouble. Looking for the hoof stomp, gonna miss it. They've got the false promise, and now Paparazzi, I believe, was looking for a chronosphere, but just gets slowed up at the last moment, and that puts him into a little bit of trouble. Now, Shackle, Hex, Paparazzi just time walks out, defensive chrono. Ori doing what he can, and he's got a double kill again. He's just hitting away at these heroes, looks over at Ollie, and PYW, luckily this time, not costing
Top tower is
the
under
sniper
attack.
his life.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Yeah, I mean, pretty bad overall. The only solace you can take from that is the fact that Storm Spirit got in, managed to get killed, and walked out again. I mean, he needs to recover his game and be in a place where he can get these solo kills onto Sniper if Sniper's not watching his positioning, but I'm not sure if it's worth it at this cost. Axe is, he was previously the highest net worth on your team. You don't want him going down at this point. You need him to finish his Blink Dagger before you want him engaging into this game, or like have being more involved in some of these fights.
Well, I'm more kind of shocked at the fact that Vici seemed to be handily winning some of these fights, and it's still just such a close game in terms of net worth.
Radiant are scanning.
Again, I really prefer the draft of Invictus Gaming, but VG are just playing the map really well, despite the what I feel like is a bit of an inferior draft.
I think it's
Dire's top tower is
potentially
under attack.
inferior come late game, where you can get on
Speaking of,
top of Ori, but like you need to get on top of the sniper. We've seen him get away with so much here. He's died once.
He's the cheeky guy, isn't he? And the only reason I'd argue the only reason he died is because of his own teammate, not because of the enemy.
Hey, he should be 7-0-3 right now, but PYW, selfish support he is. No, I'm just kidding. Love you, PYW. Telekinesis and a quick kill there on the emo. Now 8-1-3.
Dire's top tower
What
is
about
under
that
attack.
one?
Dire's
That's
structures
not how you
are
want to be going down as Storm Spirit. Did end Storm Spirit's dominating series, so
Radiant's bottom tower
as much as
is
Storm
under
Spirit was starting to
attack.
catch up in this game, they realized, okay, this is an issue, we'll shut him down. Sniper almost at his Maelstrom now. Just speed up his farming quite a bit.
This Axe looking for the Blink Dagger. I think that's going to be crucial, trying to kill the sniper as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, this is something that he should have had maybe a minute or two ago, but did die in that team fight that they took.
It's not a big slowdown, but it, you know, a minute or two earlier, and all of a sudden maybe you catch the sniper out of position at that fight bottom.
Yeah, but when it comes at this point in the game, you see that he hasn't built any items in a while. You know what the axe is going for. That Blink Dagger reveal isn't really going to be as much as a surprise as it otherwise could be.
Yeah, usually the surprise comes from when you're able to acquire that item quicker than the norm or around the
He's-
same timing. But it's been a
He is
bit
moving
slow.
around pretty quickly, though.
Smoke here, look over towards mid. It's still the blink reveal. You expect it, but you don't know where. And they already used their scan a little earlier, so we'll see how IG attack this. As, well, everybody's over here by the stairs, and JT
This
never
could get
finds
ugly.
an opportunity.
Only person who's not part of this party. Alright, never mind. Both teams, I don't think either of them realize the exact position. Just two ships passing each other in the night.
That's why they made shortwave radio. This Bloodlust really helping out, and it's going to help out Eurus as well as Ori. So he's got Mask of Madness, but add the Bloodlust, and well, right now you're getting extra move speed of 12% and 50 extra attack speed. Like that's no joke, and they've now found the Shadow Shot. So quick
Yeah.
little pick off there, and they also steal Hex, so that can be quite big. However, they lose Ori. But is Ori your only damage dealer? No. So Ali goes down. It's a 2-for-1. You'd like to have your sniper still alive, but it does show that Vici aren't heavily reliant on just him.
Yeah, it's actually a positive goal change despite being 2-for-1 there. 750 to 350 other way. The sniper lost a little bit for dying there as well. He identifies that the enemies are probably going to go on him, so stop myself short here.
And they're looking for the void. Can they kill him? They can. They've got the dunk. They've got the kill. And they've got the hex as well as the telekinesis. Now they'll line it up with the stun. They're trying to keep him stun locked, but this starts to turn. Yang coming over, assassinate, avoided. And Ori was coming in, but now Vici, they choose to retreat.
He's going to work his way to the shrine. All the automatas and Storm Spirit, that means they're not ready to take a fight, especially with the other two heroes all the way across the river, so not something you want to get involved in. Nice little pick off there on Fates' Void, especially right after that sniper kill there. So pretty good movements out of Invictus Gaming. Unfortunately, for them, Sniper's going to be finished with his BKB probably the next, like, 4 minutes? 3-4 minutes? But you don't really want to be going a BKB on Sniper this early. You are one of the bigger damage dealers on your team. Yeah, the item helps quite a bit if they choose to go on you, but I don't feel like it's going to save you if the axe, the one that gets on top of you. Or if you get disabled down before you pop it.
Bottom. Emo. He's got the false promise on him. He's trying to get the kill on a paparazzi who's able to time walk away. Time dilation used, and now Axe on the run. Yang moving forward and doesn't have Stampede, but will hit the hoof stomp. Continuing to spin with that counter helix, but here comes paparazzi again. Telekinesis lifting him up. There's the Fade Bolt into the hands of Yang. Looking for the call, but they've got the Fire Blast, and eventually PYW is now dominating.
Well, that's what happens when you steal the kills from the snipers, so you end up dominating.
Time is money.
Anyways, nice kill on the axe there. Unfortunately, Oracle identified there wasn't a whole lot he was able to do for him, so he just ended up saving his own hide.
They lost the
Perhaps,
axe, but
stayed a little bit.
it took them a long time to just to kill that axe. Like, that's not the easiest kill for Vici, and I think they need to realize that. Because if they continue to go for the axe, especially with how tanky he's proven to be at the moment, and the rest of the team could just go to the back lines, a la, you know, Storm, Ball Lightning in onto Ori. And you just take up the sniper, and a bulk of the damage is gone on Vici.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be changing pretty shortly here. Sniper, about another 1,000 gold off of his BKB. Suddenly Storm Spirit becomes a little bit less of a threat. But even when you pop that BKB, I feel like the Storm just has the initial advantage against you. You still need your teammates' help, even though you won't die. You're not in a position you want to be on as a sniper.
Still sitting relatively even.
Radiant structures.
Meanwhile, smoke play from IG looking for anybody on Vici, but they've migrated to the bottom side of this map.
I realized they were up to something on Invictus, so grouping up on their own, not popping any smokes though. But yeah, playing around this sniper with at least one support hero is super important. If you can catch out that Storm trying to jump onto the sniper at this point in the game, like you can just turn around and kill him. Sniper does have the DPS for that. When you have those two disables, they have both Fire Blast and Lift from the Rubik. Actually, the disable time from Berserker's Call on the Rubik is pretty insane as well.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures.
It's an extra
are fortified.
25%. Oh, he's
Yeah,
actually
we've seen
lost
a
it.
little bit of a flip from the start of the game, though. Before people were just mashing heads into each other. Now we see both these teams
Radiant's
on
bottom tower is under
opposite sides of the map. Neither one really wanted to take a fight.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Definitely playing a lot more conservative. They're actually on the opposite sides of the map from each other. As they'll smoke
Dire's
up
top
once
tower
again.
is under
They
attack.
know that IG are coming their way. Kaka moving over. Smoke will break. Blink hook stomp with the telekinesis. They'll get the kill. They do have Ether Shock. And a quick pick off there for Vici, but IG are okay with that.
Yeah, I mean, Shadow Shaman isn't the worst person you can lose. Not really like a huge net worth swing happen. In fact, when you commit that many heroes to do it, you actually end up getting a net positive from farm, all that heroes dying. So, not much to complain about.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
This
attack.
this is something that you won't be so happy about, losing a tier 2 tower in the bottom lane.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Neither team so far looking to protect towers. Just allowing the other team to push in and play their pace while they're, you know, content with doing what they're up to.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Yeah.
attack.
I think part of that's just due to the items on Sniper. They don't want to play that aggressive right
Dire's
now.
middle
It's not
tower
really
is
like
under attack.
the BKB on the Sniper last, like, the item that you spent the last like 6 minutes making. Haven't really built anything else. Isn't going to help you take a fight aggressively to do that much damage. Kind of stops them from playing too aggressive against you. Stops you jumping on top of the Sniper, but you still aren't really calling the shots.
Looking for the axe. They've got the telekinesis. They'll look for the ogre. Now the fire blast stuns him up. Triple multicast, but they've got the false promise. Meanwhile, Hook Stomp, double edge, killing off Ali, but he's already used the false promise. Assassinate comes in. Axe trying to run. Got a lot of health left over, and there's a Fade Bolt to finish him off, and they get a quick 1-2 punch.
Nice little pick off by them.
And that was a counter to an aggressive play from the axe.
Dire are scanning.
Yes, and I think that's the kind of things that VC want. I was talking about that earlier. You can play a little bit defensively, especially with PKP on the Sniper. Aggressive is a little bit more questionable, though. I think they continue to play this way until they get a couple more items. Thankfully, BKB is flying out to the Thesis board right now. That's one of the check marks that they need to start playing aggressive. Him being able to get in front and not have to worry about huge amount of damage coming out from, like, say, the Oracle or the Gyrocopter or the lockdown from the Shadow Shaman.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So 20 to 12, 2,000 net worth lead for Vici. Again, not terribly,
Radiant's top
you know,
tower
not this
is under
terribly
attack.
big lead. Although, when Emo eventually gets this BKB, like, it's going to be tough to stop him. Although the BKBs right now, at least for Vici, still sit at 10 seconds. They haven't needed to use them yet.
Again, they are fine with playing defensive on their own, and they're not going to need to activate this BKB unless somebody takes them by surprise. And I don't think that's going to happen. All teams continuing to keep their distance from each other. I feel like we're going to start to see a little bit more action when Sniper gets, like, maybe 2 more items. It's the Hurricane Pike on his own hero, and then
Dire's top tower is under
maybe
attack.
upgrading the Maelstrom into the All-Air. We'll start to see a little bit
Radiant
of pressure
are
out of him.
scanning.
Same goes for the Centaur War Runner. Being able to get this Aghanim Scepter that he's working on at the moment is going to offset threat of Storm Spirit jumping on top of them. Having that damage reduction is super big during that original initiation from the Axe and Storm Spirit on his Invictus Gaming.
Trying to catch Yang, but they won't find him. They force the stampede, but at the end of the day, you don't lose your life. You're happy with that.
Yang is just well, he's struggling to find farm at the moment. I think he walked up to the triangle and realized that Faces Void has claimed that for his own. Faces Void going for the Mjolnir right now as well, just farming items on him and the sniper.
Radiant's top tower
Farming
is
item
under
BKB
attack.
for defense. That's all they really
Radiant
need.
structures are fortified. Radiant's top tower is falling.
Hurricane Pike finally finished here for the sniper.
Yeah, that one's finished. Maybe one more item and the staple will be ready to start to take some fights. Axe's Blade Mail is complete. I don't think Crimson Guard is going to change a whole lot for their team, especially considering that
Radiant's top
the
tower is under
gyrocopter's on the
attack.
side of the Axe. Like, it's the Mjolnir that's doing a lot of this chain lightning damage, not anything physical that's spreading off onto
Dire's
everybody.
middle tower
So-
is
Oh
under
wow,
attack.
that is
Radiant's
an
top tower
ambitious
is
TP out right there. I don't know why you're trying to make that TP move.
I missed that. Was Gyrocopter trying to pull a TP right there?
Yeah, he was trying to TP right here, and I mean, they were walking up as he started that TP.
A bold move. I think that's why he popped the BKB. He
Oh,
realized
forced.
that that was a horrible mistake that he just made.
That's your 10-second BKB used. On,
I think he's the first one in the game to use their BKB now.
yeah, after people have been holding theirs for minutes.
Just hoarding them.
Seriously.
Wonder if any of these players have an intention to use these BKBs for combat.
Or any skills
But
for
if they're just for the
combat.
stats.
It's become, honestly, quite the farming back and forth, at least for the moment.
But, Invictus Gaming looks to change that by making aggressive play into the Roche pit, but they do scan it out so they know that they're in there.
Stun comes in, ball lightning around, ignite thrown, chronosphere, huge! On 3, but the false promise is there, you don't catch the Oracle. And now Axe trying to run, the time walk forward, still trying to catch the Axe, who's
got the blink.
juking this Void around, and meanwhile, back on the other end, it's buybacks from both the Shadow Shaman as well as the Rubik. Ball lightning all the way away. Force that forward from Ori. They've got the hoof stomp. Double edge comes in. Double kill here for Ori. Buybacks aplenty. Storm's sitting on the back end of this as Gyro's trying to come back in.
Oh my
and
God, the
Aegis
snatch from the
snatch
Shadow
from
Shaman.
Kaka! How did he grab that? Blinks in, grabs it, takes it away from Vici, but still will lose his life.
Still, that was a huge grab by him. Those are some quick fingers.
Radiant's middle tower
It was a
is under
long,
blinked in
drawn-out fight, too.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Oh yeah, I'm surprised that VC ended up taking him that in the end. The Chronosphere obviously started the fight looked so good, caught out 3 heroes in that, but they didn't manage to bring any down in that. And again, Axe, he managed to walk away from the Faces Void in the end. And while that was all happening, the Faces Void chasing the Axe, the rest of VC Gaming started to fall elsewhere. But they did manage to pull together after using a couple buybacks, probably more than they really wanted to do, but in the end, they didn't manage to scare that Roche. The Shadow Shaman just lightning reflexes, jumping in the pit and grabbing that before Faces Void could.
Great moves there, Kaka. Keep it up.
Radiant are
As,
scanning.
I mean, that kind of puts a wrench in the plan of Vici, but at the same point, they're up 11,000 net worth. So, still a lot there to work with. You know, it's
They
not,
are.
not the end of the
So-
world.
Yeah, they're going to be in a pretty advantageous place for a little while. I was saying at the start of the draft that I preferred what they're doing, but again, just play after play on the side of VC, playing the map super smart, being extremely patient, and I think that's exactly what they want. Just getting a couple more, one more item here on the sniper, and just maybe 1 or 2 more on the Faces Void, and they're going to be ready to go. Once the Faces Void has that little bit of extra bulk that from the Satanic, So goes the status resistance, he's going to be in a lot better place. Same goes for the sniper. If he gets his Scotty, then he's just going to have, between that and the BKB, he's just going to have too much HP for the Storms to be able to jump on him and kill him like he was before.
Smoke up looking for an opportunity. Satanic next for the Faceless Void, and
Dire's bottom tower is
Ori
under attack.
been working on a Scotty. He's been farming really well. I'm surprised he's been able to stay so survivable. Only dying twice.
Yeah, against this lineup, I'm shocked as well, but this just been them staying on the opposite side of the map is Invictus. Both these teams have been avoiding each other as much as possible. I think Invictus just in fear of some of this earlier gameplay of VC, and VC afraid of them getting on top of their sniper. Axe is looking to get a little bit aggressive. They enters the enemy side of the river.
Call down. Serving
I'm not
little
sure
purpose.
what he's doing actually.
Chronosphere available. Haste picked up. Maybe an opportunity to front line here for the rest of the team. But still committed to farming and staying inside the jungle.
I think we're probably just going to continue to see this up until he does finish that Satanic.
Assassinate comes in. They've got the Stampede. They find the Axe. Ogre? They kill JT, but Ogre for a moment was out of the map.
I'm sure he knew what he was doing there. Never seen an Ogre clip off the map before.
Just, you know, casually I've seen Phoenixes just leave the map.
Do you remember back when they first patched Broodmother to be able to clip through things? And hold that thought.
Rubik? Emo? Hello? They get the kill here. They don't even use the Chronosphere. It's the call. I was so confused. I didn't know where that was coming from.
Oh yeah, that Berserker's call lasts quite a while on Rubik. Good 4.5 seconds. Anyways, what's going off about that old Broodmother? Speaking of things that clip through walls, you can straight up just leave the map up until the enemies would leave you alone.
Telekinesis, assassinate. They've got the call from the Rubik, actually, and, well, Axe, a quick life there. Dead again.
Yeah, I mean, he does have buyback, and he's probably going to do something pretty soon here, or else they're going to lose a set of racks.
At
They might
least.
have decided they're going to lose this one anyway. But they can go for 2 right now. I mean, they have a huge tanky Centaur standing in front of this tower.
And they still have Chronosphere to use.
Yeah, they did force the Axe buyback, which is exactly what they were looking for, so they decided to back off afterwards. Shrines have opened up, so taking extra map control, getting a little bit of gold in their pockets would be a bad mistake, and along with that, they can wait for the next Roshan spawn. Play things a little bit safe.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So, again, just Vici slowly but surely pulling out an 18k lead on what doesn't really seem like a hyper-aggressive game, even though they have 29 kills.
Yeah, I mean, it's just been slow, methodical playing by VG. They know exactly what they need. Like, I mean, it feels a little bit boring to watch and think, okay, well, what comes next for them? But they know if Invictus is going to let them farm a couple of items, then they're going to take full advantage of that. They can do more with a little bit of farm and farm faster than Invictus Gaming can, because they have the Maelstroms on these heroes, they have the Bloodlust to help them farm even quicker. So why not take advantage of that? Roshan, we're not going to see whether or not we're going to see when he responds in another 40 seconds. Well, I feel like that's the timing that Vici is going to be looking at after they pick that up. Next Roshan, they're going to look to end the game.
Yeah, we'll see. Blink. Hoof Stomp catches the gyro, and now good Chronosphere on 3. Because that's going to leave the gyro very susceptible. As Ori's on the low ground with the double damage, dominating for both Paparazzi as well as Ori. They move forward trying to kill off this Storm. They won't get him, but they've killed the Shadow Shaman 3 without buyback. Make it a 4th. And now it's just the Storm.
And at this point, they know that they can just end the game. There's no buyback on the Gyrocopter. Not that they know that, though. There's no buyback on the Oracle. There's no buyback on the Axe that they know. And
there it
there's
is.
the GG.
And IG know this game is over.
I mean, at that point in the game, it feels like a really risky move that you're pulling from Invictus Gaming, but you either wait for VC to take the next Roshan, or you make a little bit of a risky smoke. Try and catch somebody out around the pit just before Roshan responds and try and get back in the game with that next Roshan. Doing what they can, even though they know they're in a little bit of a tight situation. So, a nice attempt by them to try and get back in the game, but ultimately just didn't work.
Yeah, it puts you in a pretty poor situation to be in. Unfortunately, that's, where you're going to be left at in a game like that. And Vici taking full advantage. It's on them to close that game out. We've seen them start off a little bit slow before. But to take that game and, potentially put them in the runnings for a 2-0 here could be quite huge. Because we just saw look for Smile take a 2-0. Nobody else in the group so far is taking a 2-0. So there's definitely opportunity here for Vici to start to pull away and look more towards being at the top of the group, which is where they'd love to be, with potentially 2 chances at making the major. So we'll see. I mean, this was a great game from Vici, 33-14. Graph-wise, they basically held the lead the entire time in terms of net worth experience and Dota plus win probability. Everything went well for them, and as much as the game pace was slowed down quite a bit, again, at the end of the day, everything worked out for them, and they'll be going into Game 2, hoping that they could go for the 2-0. So we'll see what they're able to do. I'm your caster, BCop, joined here by Neff, at BCop92 on Twitter, at NeffSensei on Twitter. Follow us to know when we're casting. We'll be back in just a moment.